Yeah, well, unfortunately one of us had to go. Situation was unbearable and we had to separate our ways. As this is my vlog, the beard had to go. If the beard wants to become an overnight internet sensation, then it can start its own vlog. Anyway, today we are going to do a review on the bathroom build, and not just because it is a bit of rendering walls and painting. It was a really big project, and the project involved partially rebuilding the bathroom building, the roof, but also opening up the load-bearing wall of the main house in order to install doors in it while I was working at it. That involved building a whole support structure for the roof of the big house. It was a big job. It was really a big job, and we're gonna have a review of that quickly. And also I have a product. I have a product that I received, and I'm going to test it and install it and talk about it, and I'm really excited about that, so stay tuned for that. And then, well, enjoy the video. See you at the end. Wednesday morning, 9:30. Can't find any reason not to start taking down the building and start with the bathroom. There's absolutely nothing else I could do. Yeah, I guess not. Before we can actually start taking down those beams and refurbishing them or replacing them, I need to make the opening for the big doors that are going to lead into the master bedroom. Why? Because I still have wooden decking, wooden slats there where the stones can drop on, and I can process them, bring them down. And also I want to see the inside of the wall. I want to get a better understanding for how this house is built, and where those beams are actually resting on the other side, basically the load-bearing wall of the big house. So before we start opening up anything, I need to construct a sort of a support that supports the roof, because I'm going to open up a load-bearing wall. The roof is leaning onto the wall, so I've got to transfer the weight of the roof onto the ground floor. The ground floor is concrete, I know that is strong. So building quite a sturdy frame here. That's the frame, and then underneath the frame there will be stanchions going all the way to the main floor. And then we can start opening up in order to install a lintel. And a lintel, or lintel in French, supports the roof above the opening that we're going to create. As a conventional lintel made of steel beam or a wooden beam was just way too heavy to get up there by myself, I constructed the lintel myself out of planks of wood, thick planks of wood. This is a very strong construction, and yeah, because it's made out of different segments, it's not so heavy, and I can put it in place all by myself. Now once this lintel is put in place, I can start opening up and removing stones under it in order to create the opening for the door. This is fairly simple because yeah, this is a lime cement, lime mortar natural stone built wall, so a little bit with the hammer and yeah, taking stones out by hand, and that's the opening. The edges are quite rough. We're gonna square them off. And this is a view from yeah, downstairs. It's all open from downstairs, the floor, all the way up to the roof. And I removed the lintel here and I replace it there. This is on the ground floor, the entrance of the bathroom, because that lintel was actually sitting quite low and it could go up higher. I'm very happy that I did that. It was quite a bit of work, but I'm very happy that I did that because it'll give more headroom. Here I'm going to start with squaring off the edges of the opening. I'm going to box them in and pour concrete reinforced with steel rods. That's my box, and pouring concrete through an opening. Now you can see in the background the edges are squared off with concrete, and yeah, I can beginning with removing that old floor and refurbishing the beams, the rafters, where they can be refurbished, and replacing the ones that need to be replaced. But my opening is there, and I'm basically done with the construction of the house on the first floor. Yeah, well, that was the bathroom without the roof. I'm gonna plane down the beams, clean them up, treat them, remove all the old rusty nails. And then start building a roof. And we build it out of OSB plate, 18mm thick plate first, then 3 centimeters of an insulating hard foam board, and then a 9mm plate on top. I would have liked to have more insulation, but we don't really have the room to do so. If I'd done that, I would have had a step up from the big house onto the roof, basically. And that's hey, he's always keeping an eye and inspecting the work, making sure it happens according to standards and health and safety protocol. These planks are all tongue and groove, and once they're screwed down, the roof is a lot stronger. Now that's my sandwich construction done, and then we're going to cover the roof with roofing felt, bitumen, tar. That'll make the roof watertight, and on top of that we will eventually have planks. That's the door frame, the new door. Well, the new door, we bought an old door, but we had to build a frame for it. In France you can't buy door frame timber. You just have to build the frame yourself, and that is an old door that we bought, and that's going to be installed up there. Now back into the bathroom. The bathroom had a false floor. Pipes, drainage pipes, were basically installed on the real concrete floor. Then the gaps were filled in with sand, and then on top of the sand a layer of mortar, and then on the mortar tiles. That's what we found out when we started digging. Now here I'm removing all the sand, and I'm removing the mortar with the tile on top, because I want to go back to the concrete floor and start working on there. Finally we do something about the outside, give it a good wash, and remove all the cement that was excess. You see, we had to build up that wall higher, and we used forms for that and poured concrete and cement and stone. It's not so nice, but it's all covered now by lime render.
Just lathering it up and then going over a brush to get a nice effect on the surface. Yeah, quickly installing a rain gutter, as there was none. There was a roof, remember? And back into rendering some more. We gotta cover up all that concrete, these edges, make them look well, old and characteristic, or how do you call it? Yeah, a lot of render slapped on the wall there. Construction of the terrace floor with terrace floor planks, so we don't have to walk on the bitumen. Here I am mixing up some leveling mortar to level the floor, the concrete floor of the bathroom, and make it all level. Yeah, the inner wall of the bathroom, you've seen in the beginning maybe, was taken down because it was falling apart. And what you're looking here at is the building actually belonging to our neighbor. The wall of the house, storage, workshop of our neighbor. I didn't want to, build our bathroom onto a wall of a neighbor, so I have to build my own wall. This is the first masonry work I'm doing in my life, basically, building a wall out of aerated concrete blocks, and I'm going to use those blocks a lot more later. I'm building the shower stall, and I'm building some furniture, bathroom furniture. Here I am coating the wall with a primer for rendering. Yeah, construction of the shower stall with these aerated concrete blocks. They're fantastic, they're great. This is positioning the floor of the shower, which is a raised floor, so that I can reach underneath later if any leaks may appear. I'm gluing some more blocks together. They're fantastic. You can shape them easily, saw them, cut them, grind them. I'm building a big fat wall with niches inside of them for shampoo and soap. There I'm angle grinding the corners to give it a bit more of an organic shape, those square blocks. Very dusty work. And I'm building my own shower tap out of, copper parts. I like the look of it, and yeah, it was just a nice little project. I'm reinforcing all seams with this fiberglass mesh that we will render over. So a company called Xsense sent me these Wi-Fi smoke alarms, 3 of them, and that is exactly what I need. And if I knew they were on the market, then I would have ordered them myself already, because these smoke alarms you'll hook up to your Wi-Fi network, and wherever you are, you will get a notification on your phone that your smoke detector is activated. Now, this is not only useful for when you're not at home, but there are also parts of the property that I would like to have a smoke detector where I wouldn't be able to hear the smoke detector being activated if there was a fire. For example, in our chicken coop, I would love to have a smoke detector because we've got a lot of combustibles in there, straw, hay, all that stuff. We have electricity in there to provide power to the fan, and the cameras we have in there, and a Wi-Fi router we have in there. If a fire would break out there, I wouldn't hear a smoke detector when I'm in bed. So in this case, when the smoke detector is connected to the Wi-Fi network of the house, I will get a notification, and that's just fantastic. That's just exactly what I need. Because fire is one of my biggest worries, and has always been a big worry. I used to live in a very old house, all made of wood in the city center, and I've seen a fire breaking out in that street in a similar house, and that I'll never forget. And later I started working on boats, ships and yachts, and fire is something it's always in the back of your mind. Anyway, we're just gonna see how this works. I probably have to download an app, and then I think we're gonna test them and install them. I'm really excited about this. Okay, I've created an account, and I'm in my account. So let's see how we are going to proceed. Yeah, so I've successfully added all three smoke detectors. One's chicken coop, one is kitchen, and one is bedroom. And well, it indicates me what the battery levels is and what the connectivity to the Wi-Fi router, how that is. So that's cool. I can I can control and monitor my smoke detectors online wherever I am. So yeah, we gotta test them out, don't we? All the stuff I need to do to keep my crowd entertained. Oh. Okay. Yeah, all three went off. All three were activated. So, yeah, well, we do know that they work. They make a lot of noise when they're activated, and they activate on my phone as well. So, yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I need. Now, there's obviously some limitations to them, as they need a Wi-Fi signal in order to send out the alarm to my phone, right? And the Wi-Fi signal is provided by my Wi-Fi router. My Wi-Fi router needs power. In case of a fire, your Wi-Fi router may not have power. Like, for example, the one in the chicken coop. If there's a fire in the chicken coop, it's most likely caused by electricity. A fault in the electricity. And a fault in the electricity will probably prevent the Wi-Fi router from working. So I gotta change a few things around. I gotta register the smoke detector that goes in the chicken coop with the Wi-Fi router from the big house. And I assume that the signal is strong enough. but I'll just have to figure out things. And also in the little house, what's going to be our master bedroom, I can connect that smoke alarm with the Wi-Fi extender that's placed there, but maybe I should connect it to another Wi-Fi extender or router. Things to yeah, play around with, but so far I'm very pleased, very pleased. If I knew of them, I would have bought them myself earlier. Yeah, Accents, very happy. Now, if you're interested in your own Wi-Fi smoke detector or any of the other products Accents carries, then have a look at the website. It's below here or in the link in the description. Have a look, yeah. Good stuff so far. Yeah, and then we start rendering. The aerated concrete I render with a mixture of Portland cement, sand, water and a waterproofing agent. And all the natural stone walls I'll render with sand and lime. Yeah, and then it's time to start getting the electricity and plumbing in place, cutting the channels, running the wires, installing the switches, installing the switch boxes or junction boxes, putting everything in place. This was a tough job for me. Yeah, I had to do quite a bit of design drawings to see it working, so to speak. Yeah, I'm placing all the plumbing lines, making sure that there's no connections where I can't reach them. This is all flexible hose and all the connections are in the basement, in the cellar, and uninterrupted pipe to the end user basically. Now that all the plumbing is in place, that means supply of water and the drainage of water and the electra, it's time to fill up the floor. I'm using these 4-inch 10 centimeter thick aerated concrete. On top of that 5 centimeter of a foam, insulating foam, and all joints and edges are gonna be taped off with this special tape that will make everything waterproof. This floor needs to be flooded once in a while to clean, and I just want to have everything in this bathroom super watertight. I don't want to get any problems with moisture later on.
After the construction of the bathroom furniture, well, basically the vanity, we rendered the walls, the old existing stone walls, first with a thick layer to fill up all those dimples and holes and make them at least a little bit flat. We don't want the walls completely flat. We want them to have a lot of character, but a lot of render went on there, and actually I've rendered those walls probably in excess of 3-4 times. Sanding, render, sanding, render. I mean, when you're really good, you do it in one go, but I'm not really good. I need a few times. But that's all okay, it looks great now. So this is first a layer of a lime based render, because these are stone, traditional stone lime walls, and they need a soft render, which is a lime render. And then on top of this lime render we'll do the Tadelakt. Now I'm installing the floor heating. We have electrical floor heating basically in every room, every place in the house, on top of the fire stove, the wood burning fire stove. It's just nice to have floor heating in your bathroom, right? So I'm installing it, and after the installation I'll flood the whole floor with leveling cement, so that the entire floor heating coil is submerged and embedded in the floor. Yeah, we're laying tomate tiles, and these tomate is a traditional French tile. These tiles are old. They have been recovered from some building. Don't know exactly where, but we bought a bunch of them. Actually, we're going to do the whole floor downstairs with these tomate. We like them. I am using a laser as a guidance, but I'm laying them freehand because I want to have a little bit of, you know, it's gonna look organic and not industrial and not perfect and not too, I don't know how to say it. It's just gotta look natural and organic, and they don't all have to be perfectly straight. So I'm laying them in a very, very thick layer of tile glue, because I don't want any air pockets or air bubbles underneath those tiles. First of all, I want to have the whole floor waterproof, watertight, and I want to have a good conductivity of heat. So I want the tile to be sitting in tile glue onto the concrete where the floor heating is embedded into. It all must be one in order to get the heat to transfer through the whole floor efficiently. As you can see, I have flooded the floor with grout, and this is because I don't want to have any recesses in the grout. I want to have a flat and level and even floor, so that water will drain properly and doesn't collect in the grouts. Yeah, and then it was really time to start working on my sewage. The house hadn't been hooked up to the main sewage provided by, well, the village, the government. I had to make that happen. And this is the pipe running from the toilet to the mains in the street. Hey, there we go with the Tadelakt. That is the final coats, the finishing coats basically of the walls. First we do a layer of a primaire, a sous-couche, a primer from the same brand, and on top of the primer you see me putting the Tadelakt. Yeah, you're supposed to do it with an inox, a stainless steel trowel, but I didn't like that. I used my big plastic trowel. Yeah, it's a bit like toothpaste consistency, and the color is about the same. Well, that's the color we chose. I'm doing, well, at least 3 layers. In the shower stall even more. Plumbing! I'm starting to install the plumbing that is going in the cupboard. That is going to be sitting right there where I am sitting. On the right hand side of the shower stall. That's going to be the supply for the laundry machine and the supply for the garden watering. Yeah, and after the plumbing there, the electricity, and then we start building a cupboard.
So you're watching episode 111 now. The very first episode when I started with the bathroom, remember when I was starting to take the roof down and the walls? That was episode 44, and that's exactly a year ago. So it has taken me a year to get to, well, finishing the bathroom basically. Now I must say I have not only been working at the bathroom in that year, I've done many other things in and around the house. So it's not exactly a year of full-time work on a bathroom, but it's been long. It's been really long, and I had enough of it, and also I had enough of producing vlogs that were only about the bloody bathroom all the time. So at this point in this video, I'm getting enough of it. I'm really getting enough of it, and I basically stop filming and start just focusing on getting that bloody bathroom finished. Anyway, you're going to see the finishing of the bathroom right now, but first I would like to thank you for watching. I'd like to thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for sharing, very important. And I would really like to thank the following people below for their contributions. Their coffees bought for me help me a long way. I'm not making any money on all those videos. I'm barely able to pay for the expenses that I have with them. So any coffee is very, very helpful for the channel. Thank you very, very much. Mean this very sincerely. Bless you. Anyway, we're going to continue with the video, getting this bloody bathroom finished.
This light you see installing me here is a very cheap white plastic light. But I really liked it because it's, well, the design of these old ship lights, right? So I decided to buy it and paint the armature in a rusty color. It looks good, but however, if I find a real one somewhere on a market, then I will replace it. The lights we are installing here, we bought straight off the internet. They are quite cute little spotlights that look like they're made of bronze copper, yellow copper, with a green, well, oxidation on them. A bit kitsch, but they look good. Yeah, I'm bending the copper pipe for the shower head myself. A subscriber commented that I should have annealed the copper piping. Annealing means heating it up until it's dark red in color, and then you let it cool down, and then you bend it, and it'll bend easier because the molecules of the metal have rearranged themselves for a certain amount of time. Yeah, it would have made a nicer bend, but anyway, it's there. You see the shower head that we ordered online from Etsy? It comes from Morocco. It's fantastic. It's just like standing under a waterfall. Now there goes my well, the savon, the soap that makes the Tadelakt waterproof. I just rub it in, and on all the areas that are becoming really wet, like the countertop and the shower stall, I have, I think, 3 or 4 layers of that stuff. I just keep rubbing it up because I'm just so afraid of water damage. But yeah, so far so good. I've had no damage yet. Strange stuff. Yeah, well, this is the end. This is the final result, people. That's yeah, what it looks like. It's exactly as we envisioned, as we designed. You see that old door? I didn't include that in today's episode, but we refurbished an old door to use as a partition. Yeah, you see the shower, you see the niches there with the shampoo bottles. These are the, well, the antique look-alike shampoo bottles we ordered online. That's my shower head, or my shower mixer. That's a toilet roll holder. I hope it will all oxidize and become green like that. Yeah, we have lots of plants in our bathroom. I don't know how long they will survive. I have no green fingers. That's a antique mirror, the sink, and a plank that I installed there. That's the big cupboard with 2 sliding doors that we refurbished, made look old. And yeah, our laundry is inside of it, and storage. That's it, people. See you next time. Bye now.